Okay, so we have the updated kit parts for the 3D printed for the Monogram Trans Am, the 1/8 scale. And I don't have the Revell kit here right now. I loaned mine out. But the Revell kit uses the same molds as this one. This is the first release. The brown Trans Am, the metallic brown molded one, is the second release. I don't even have that kit. They're just way too expensive. I don't know why. Basically, the Revell kit is a combination of the other two. And a reminder, the wheels on this kit fit the tires perfectly. The one on the Revell kit don't fit because the tires are from another kit, the IROC Z, which is a larger wheel. We have a fix for that in my Facebook group, and which you guys are viewing. It's in the Files tab. Cameron Randall Lewis, he has the files up there for free if you want to print your own, or we can print them for you and charge you a small fee for it. So these are the new 77, 78 nose, the tail light lenses, the headlight buckets for and the side marker lights. We also are including a CB radio scanner and a CB antenna. So I don't know if you guys have got your Coors. I need to get a Coors beer for any future broadcast, but I do have my beer. It's Land Sharks or Miller High Life. Anyway, if you're ready to see these parts for the first time, like I am going to start opening it up. So each one of these is going to come in a bag. And it has that labeled. Now, this is an old photograph. I plan on doing new photos for the new bag labels today. But this is what you get. I have my own 3 kits here. Let's see. That's for something else. One is going to my son, one is for myself. This one is going to be for photos. So let's open the bag up, get this box out of the way. I'd like to also mention that Joe Morgan, Ray's Kit Decals of North America, is going to be doing corrected decals. They're already working on the correct Bandit version. These are not correct. They never have been. These are not correct. Joe Morgan, who is on our group here, is working on the correct decals for the 77 and the 79. He also is doing other kit decals for every other damn version of the Firebird formula Trans Am that was ever made. So if you actually owned a car, then you can get the decals that you made. Plus, if you ever owned a 77 and wanted a big model kit, now you can. So let's open this up. Here's the nose. And all of these print lines that you see, a little bit of sanding and they're going to go away. Really nice supports. We corrected the fit on this. Look at that. It just lines right up. Where are you going to find a 77, 78, 1/8 scale kit? I mean, you can get the D'Agostino one, but it's going to cost you a couple of grand. Look at that. You're going to have to do a little cleanup. Excuse me. A little cleanup, a little filler. But this pops right on there. We also have the rear bumper. Let's see if I can get this on here without causing too much of a mess. You're going to have to take out some of this in order for this to fit correctly. I'll save that for later. 1978 grills. So we corrected these parts. We made them a tick thicker because they had a tendency to warp. But look at that. Let's see if I can get this to show up a little better. Already set up for lighting. These should pop in nice and easy. Oh, and a reminder, when you're working with resin, parts, you make sure you want to use CA glue or epoxy. So we have that, the 78 grills. Everything is individually bagged, ready to go. These are not going to be perfect out of the box. You're going to have to do a little cleanup on them. That's what modelers do. They fix things as they go. Even production kits, you have to do cleanup. Like on the edges here where the mold lines are. You got to do cleanup on that stuff. Here is the 77 grill. Let's see if I can get this on here without dropping it. And again, all ready for lighting. And we are going to be producing these without the Pontiac badge and with. And also, I forgot to mention, you can get this without the front emblem or with the front emblem. And where did my... Okay, headlight lenses, front turn signals, and marker lights with buckets. Now, this is an improvement that we did since my last video. I suggested that we do them, and it turns out that we are. So what you're going to have to do is when you are building your kit, you're going to have to clean all of this out except for a little bit of a lip. Same thing on the front. Let me open this up here. There is the bucket. Now what you can do, you can take black paint and black all of this out after you've got your LED in there, or you can take black tulip, which is thick fabric paint, and pile it up around it and let it dry. The nice thing about black tulip is it never cracks. It'll dry, but it'll never crack and fall off. It'll stay super adhesive. So I'm going to shoot some high-res photos of this stuff. But that's your marker lights. You do have 4 of them. And there's your headlights. Headlight covers, I should say. And what is that little gem? This is fog lights. Yes, the Trans Am had fog lights. And they go right here. So here is the tail. We have tail light grills and lenses separated. Tail light, grills, and lenses one piece. Now, I'm not a 77 or 78 Trans Am professor, so I know that there was some different versions of this. The 77s or 78 were either one piece or they were 2 pieces. So we did both. So there's that. This is the other side. And there's the smoother version. There is your tail light buckets, all ready for LEDs. And we even include paint masks for the tail lights themselves, so you can tint them however dark you want, however light you want. We got you covered. So, lastly, what Bandit car front turn signals, not fog lights? Okay, I always thought they were fog lights. So, thank you, Cameron. These are front turn signals. So, what Bandit car would not be complete without a hat. Yes, we have the hat. There you go. Lastly, CB antenna, scanner, microphone, antenna, and plate holder. Your license plate holder for your front. CB antenna, or scanner and CB. I love the detail on this. Here is the microphone. Here is your CB mount. Here is your CB antenna. Now you may have to get a small little drill and get this to fit in there. Which it looks like I'm going to have to, but we include a brass rod that will come with it. But that's all the parts. So, let me get this arranged out here. Excuse me, bud. My customs box inspector is still hanging around. He's looking for those 400 cases of Coors, I bet. So, if you have the seat assembled, you can have your hat on the seat. Okay, is anybody, while we're Facebook Live here, howdy Jason. Guys, I want to have you thank Jason Stevenson and Cameron Randall Lewis for busting their ass on this. They really, really, really knocked it out of the park. This is a dream kit that come true. Ever since 1980, I think, was when these were released, I thought, okay, within 6 months, they're going to come out with a 77 or a 78. They didn't. Well, 30 or 40 some years later, they still didn't. So, we did. It's been a dream kit of mine forever. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think this is going to make a lot of people happy. I would hope so. The price point is $150 plus shipping. I know that the price point is not what we all hoped it would be, but this is the times we live in. The resin prices have almost tripled in the last 2 years, if not quadrupled. It's at one point in time you could almost not get it. So if there is no other questions, I'm going to finish up here and get some high resolution photos shot. And let's not forget, Ray's decals, Ray's Kit Decals of North America is going to be doing the corrected Trans Am decals for us, and every other model that if you guys actually owned a 77 or 78 and want a conversion for your own car to make a model of it, we will have those options. Robert Hobby, go ahead. Robert Hobby, yes, this is about as ready to go as it's going to be. And again, these are custom fit pieces. They should fit all three renditions of this kit. The Monogram Turbo, the Monogram Street Rod, the brown one, and the new Revell kit. I don't have the Revell kit here, but I test fitted this the last time on the gray body and the black body, and it was the exact same measurement down to the 100th of an inch. So yes, it is the final version. I don't see us doing any other add-ons to the kit. We might tweak something so minor here that nobody would ever notice it. Tweak something if it makes it fit better. I can't see that happening. We've tested this for, we did the files and test fit this for the last 5 or 6 weeks. So I don't see that any major changes that we need to add on anything. I don't see any changes coming. Cameron, do you have any comments, or Jason, do you have any comments that this should be the final version? Jason writes, I believe this is the final version, but always maybe down the road, like you said, Gene, there might be slight changes that people won't notice anyways. Thank you, Jason. Jason also writes, it will need slight sanding. I know Cameron said something here. For whatever reason, I can't. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Cameron says, I'd like to say this is the final version. I might redo the plate holder. Yeah, we went through that. I own a 78 Trans Am as we speak. I have the 79 Monogram. This is from Robert Hobby, and I've had many for many moons, and there are still many differences in the actual cars. The flares on the kit are incorrect, and also the T-tops. You know, and you're actually right. We wanted to get the bulk of this stuff out, which we took a poll for this when we first started the group. What was more important, the whole damn thing or just part of it? So this is technically part of it. If we redo the flares, the T-tops, or anything like that, that's definitely going to come later. The flares on the kit are incorrect, and so are the T-tops. The kit has Fisher, and the car had Hurst. These also should be vents at the bottom of the nose. Those tail lights are two-piece, and the turn signals also had a frame around them. I don't know about the turn signals. Are you talking about the front turn signals, or are you talking about the side turn signals? And Robert, this is how we fix things. So I don't mind questions. No, you're not causing a problem at all, Robert. So Cameron, we need to find out, did the turn signals have a frame around them, or are we talking about the side marker lights? Because if the side marker lights, that's this. These are ready to be produced right now, Andrew. You can order one and get it sent today. There is very little room between the edge of the hood and the start of the fascia. Okay, I don't have a hood in here to check it out, but you being a 78 or 77 Trans Am owner, I take your word for it. I guess we'll look into it. Robert, please send me a photo, post a photo in the group so we can correct it. No, Robert, this is how we improve. If nobody asked questions and we didn't ask for improvement, then we would still be selling the same thing. Also, Jason writes, we have to remember this is a model and it's very difficult to get 100% accurate, and don't think anyone will be able to get that close we did for fitting, as it's been a journey and we are happy with the result, which is correct. We are going to look at any changes for the future. Don't think we won't. Cameron, I agree with you as well. I think we should look at the changes and make sure that we are where we should be within reason. We also have to remember we're dealing with a lot of modelers that don't have high-end capabilities, that don't care being 105% accurate. We built this, and I knew that, Robert, because I checked out your profile. There's a huge difference between a studio scale scratch builder, and somebody who wants to just do one on a couple of weekends or over the winter while stuck inside. But we will look at these closely and go from there. Anybody else? And Robert, while you're still on line here, being that you have a true 78, we are going to be doing door jams, trunk and trunk jams, spare tire, jack, and all of that jazz. We'll probably be doing those first for the people that want to open their doors and trunk to have even a lot more accurate. We would appreciate some photos, some measurements, maybe next spring, maybe even over the winter. I assume you keep your Trans Am garage. Also, Ron over in Crawford, Colorado, and myself, we are going to be working on a sound card for a Pontiac 400. We are going to need somebody that has a Trans Am 78, 77, or 79, or all three, with the correct motor, to where we can record the sound, record the car peeling out, hopefully. I don't want somebody to beat up their own car and wrap it around a tree. It's going to be a labor of love. All of the upgrades are not complete, but this one kit, let's call this kit number 1, is done. We are going to be doing some adjustments. Make no mistake about it. Robert, again, with your help and some measurements, we just need some help with door jams, trunk jam. We need photos of what the inner trunk lid looks like. We're more than likely going to have to 3D print something that can be glued on to the inside of the trunk lid for the support structure. We're spare tire, jack, all that kind of jazz. Anyway, anybody else have any other questions, comment? I would play Smokey and the Bandit theme, but I would probably get dinged by Facebook for copyright infringement. So I'll make sure the next few Facebook videos I'll have Coors. We had also planned on doing for a diorama, or if you guys wanted to display for your model, even sitting on a shelf, we had planned on doing some cutout cardboard that you can print on your own of the boxes or cases of Coors. If somebody wants to work on the artwork for that, I would be more than happy to post it on there on the files tab, or have somebody print them out, or I can take them to FedEx copy. I can't think of any other add-ons. Too bad we don't have a 1/8 scale Barbie wedding dress that we can throw in there for the Sally Field thing. Anybody else? Okay, guys, I'm going to pack this up and be 10-10 on the side. Catch you later, good buddy. We're going to be eastbound and down, westbound and down, and on the side. Ciao.